Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing a review for a fairly new projector that was launched by Benq, known as the W2720i, and I have been actually testing it for the last couple of weeks. So I've made down a lot of notes, so I'll give you my opinion about it. In fact, I'll let you know what did I like about this projector. Also do a little bit of comparison with some of the older projectors that I've used and tested and where it falls down, and I'll also tell you the cons and some of the things that I did not like. But first, let's have a look at the physical aspects of this projector. This is the projector itself, and as it's a review on it, I'm not mounting it, so I've just kept it on this table like this. And very important thing to note is that yes, this also comes with the lens cap like this. And the most important thing about this projector is that if you notice, we have these three sensors over here. One is actually a camera and the other two are sensors, and using this one it is using that AI, because it's able to see the picture that is being projected, and also has a light meter and all those things to gauge the ambient light. And side we have a lot of vents, and we also have a fan, so it dissipates the heat via this area. This actually you can close it like this, and this you open it up, and here you will notice that you'll see a lot of options. And using this one, you can actually use this for focusing. You can also use this for zooming the picture in and out. And apart from that, if you come towards this side, you'll also notice this scroller, and this is for the lens shifting. So you can move the lens physically up and down using this one. So these are the controls that you have, and you don't have to use this always. Once you have set it up, you will just close it like this. And also another thing is that this area also opens up, and if I open this up, you'll see this Android stick that you are getting. This also comes inside the box, and the good thing is that this time Benq is supporting Netflix also on this stick. And now you are also getting a remote controller like this, which is an improvement, I would say. And this also has backlighting. And now moving towards the back, again it says that's a DLP projector. It's basically having a 4 LED, and you also have a 12-volt trigger, RS232 port. This is for service. We also have a USB port. You can attach your media sticks. Audio out, SPDIF. If you have very old setup, you might be using it, but these days mostly you'll be using a HDMI cable with ARC. This does support ER, and also the last port, if you're using a gaming console, that has support for 4K 120, and one more USB port that is having a 2.5 amp power. Good thing is that we are having 3 HDMI ports on this one at the back. Okay, before I show you the picture quality, just want to give you an idea that as you can see me here now, this is actually a 150-inch projection screen, but as I haven't mounted this projector on the ceiling, it's projecting close to about 130 inches as of now, close to 140 I would say. And ideally I would say this projector would be great anywhere from screen projection of 100 to about close to 150 inch projection. But next you'll be seeing the pictures via the projector itself, and I'll move out. So let's start with some samples, and this is in dark contrasty conditions, and as you can see, even in this dark contrasty conditions, the picture quality produced by this Benq projector is excellent. The dark detail retention is there, and also that color pop that we are getting, deep colors are still there with this projector. Now moving to some bright lighting condition pictures, and here also as you can see it is producing some very good pictures with this projector. And again notice that background, it's completely dark, then also you could see the stars and stuff like that. Hence the contrast also, though this is a LED projector, is actually very good. Now I'm going to switch on some lights, Now I've just switched on one light at the back, and as you can see, the picture quality did not degrade that much. And now what I'll try to do is I'll switch on even brighter lights. Let me just this is a light switched off, and now I'm going to switch on some bright lights, and you will notice the difference. Again, these are two bulbs that I switched in the background. Then also, if you notice, the picture quality did not actually decrease, and it's able to handle it. Now I have switched off the lights, and now I have again switched on the lights. Now again I have switched it off. The projector options, as you can see in the picture mode, we have this HDR AI cinema. We also have the regular HDR mode, but that AI cinema is the one to go, I would say, which auto adjusts everything based on the lighting and ambient conditions. You can manually switch to the HDR10, and also we do have the filmmaker mode on the same. So again, the highlight I would say is that HDR AI cinema mode that this one is having. Again, in the sound mode, if you're using the built-in speakers, you have a few presets that you can actually use. Now moving to the light mode, we have normal and eco. In normal, the picture will be the brightest. Eco, it falls down a little bit. Normal, it should give you 20,000 hours of usage, and eco, they say it goes up to 30,000 hours. We also have keystone adjustment options, the screen fit options, and also you can adjust the HDR options with this one, the HDR brightness that we call. You can actually make the picture brighter, and you enter this, you get the information about the picture. And as you can see, it is 2160p at 60 Hz. That means 4K at 60 FPS. We also do have a lot of advanced setting. If you go to this advanced menu here in the picture mode, as you can see, we have a lot of options available. But by default, the factory calibration was so good that I did not have to go here and adjust the colors. But again, if you really want to do it, as you can see, you have ample adjustments that you can do to the color management or the color temperature as you would like. But out of the box, the picture quality was so good that I didn't have to do it. Also, it does have this global contrast enhancer and the local contrast enhancer. I have kept it to low, but you can play around with this one a little bit to adjust the contrast as per your settings. So guys, as you saw with some of the samples, that was this Benq projector, and I have to say the picture quality is really good on this one. But let's go over some of the things that I noticed that were different on this projector compared to other projectors that I have used. And again, Benq calls this one one of their first AI based projector, and if you use that AI cinema mode, that AI thing gets enabled, and it actually uses the three sensors that I showed in the initial part of the video. It has a camera and other sensors to gauge the ambient lighting, etc. So even when the lighting was changing a little bit, I was switching on the lights and the bulbs, the picture quality was getting adjusted. And this is done using AI. It actually analyzes the amount of light that is there in the room and adjusts the picture quality, the brightness, contrast, and the color volume and all those things. That's why even when there was a little bit of light, the picture quality did not degrade too much. And this is very important. I would say this is not super important if you have a dedicated home theater room. It will be completely dark, so again this won't matter. But again, if your home theater room is not completely dark, or you have a projector in a living room where sometimes a little bit of light can bleed or etc., then this mode will be very beneficial, because even when we were adding that little bit of light, the picture quality did not degrade that much. So I think so that's the biggest difference that I have noticed on this projector compared to any other projector that I have tested. So definitely that AI mode works. In terms of the picture quality, if I compare it with my Benq X3000i, which is my gaming projector that I had got about 2 years ago. If you guys have been following my channel, you know that that's the projector that I own. I have to say, in terms of the contrast and the color pop, it is even better than my Benq X3000i. That is the first thing that I noticed. The color volume that we are getting on this one is very, very close to the flagship Benq projector laser one, which I had reviewed 1 year ago. That was the W5800, and that cost almost double the price of this one. So that way I would say, in terms of color pop and the contrast that you're getting, it's excellent. Also in terms of sharpness, yes, the focusing, you have to do it manually, but once you focus it properly, the sharpness that I was getting on this projector is outstanding. If you have a 4K picture source, the sharpness was excellent. And even in the corners, generally what happens with many of the projectors is that in the corners the picture is slightly on the softer side. That I noticed even with the BenQ's flagship W5800, which cost about 6 lakhs or something. But here, even in the corners, this one was very, very sharp. So in terms of picture quality and I would say sharpness, this is excellent. And I would say this is almost 95% of the picture quality of the BenQ W5800, which is almost twice the amount of this one. That way I would say, in terms of picture quality, I was thoroughly impressed with this one. This won't be applicable for 95% of the people, but I felt that the built-in speakers on this projector, though it's just still again 10 watt, 55 watt, also has a little bit of bass and depth towards it. So certainly I would say one of the better speakers for a built-in projector. But again, I know most of you will be using it with a home theater setup or whatever, but just in case for testing or whatever, the built-in speakers are actually pretty good, which was a big surprise to me. Also, I like that we have 3 HDMI ports at the back. Most of the projectors, even high-end ones, the BenQ, the flagship W5800, has 2 HDMI ports only at the back. This one is actually having 3, and in fact, if you include the HDMI built-in dongle that is there, that is a 4. So that way, I would say expandability is very well good on this one. Now moving to the things that I did not like. And the first thing is regarding the pricing in India. This projector in US, I was just Googling around, is for around $2,000 US. Yes, you have to add tax. So add a little bit of tax, 8-9%. So if you take the conversion, let's say $90 US conversion, that is 1,80,000, add a little bit of tax, then also the price will be less than 2 lakhs. But in India, this one, the MRP price is 3.5 lakhs. And the street price, I was checking out some sites and asked some dealers, you can get it for around 3 lakhs. So still in India, we are paying considerably more for this projector. And I'm saddened to see that the big fact of this one is due to the GST levied on all the projectors. That is 28% plus import tax. So certainly these projectors in India are pretty expensive. Also, one thing I noticed, this is not a strict, con, but something that I noticed. The good thing is that it has a decent fan, and there is hardly any fan noise. So even when the projector is running for a couple of hours, you will not hear the fan noise. But what I noticed is that the heat, it was producing quite a bit of heat from the projector, and the fan was blowing. So if I kept my hand near the fan, it was pretty hot air. So I would not suggest using this projector unless you are having a room that has air conditioning. That is something that I noticed. Also, I like the fact that this has lens shift for moving that up and down. That manual lens shift is there, but it is only for the vertical up and down movement, not for the horizontal line. I don't know why they skipped on this horizontal lens shift movement. So again, yes, this makes the lens shift up and down, makes it easier, but I would have expected at this price point even horizontal lens shift. And lastly, regarding gaming, again, they don't call it a gaming projector, but again, as this is a 4K LED projector, it does support gaming, as I told you. You get that fast mode if you connect a gaming console or something like that. But again, for gaming, it is capped at 4K at 60 FPS, and the latency is 17.9 millisecond. No way it's bad or something, because the flagship X3000i, that is the gaming projector from BenQ that I use, had a 16 millisecond input lag. This is 17.9, so it's not as bad, but again, I expected it to be slightly better. So overall, I would say this is a very good projector. I would say upper mid-range projector, and the highlights for me is the color pop that we are getting. In fact, the color pop was almost as good as the BenQ's flagship W5800. That felt like you're having a QLED TV. This also has that color pop, and the contrast is also excellent on this one. And that AI mode, if you have a situation where you have a little bit of ambient lighting or etc., or you have a projector in a hall or etc. in your home, not a dedicated home theater where you can control the entire lighting, then this projector will make a lot of sense. In fact, I would go out and tell my friends and families, if they have a budget around 3 lakhs or something, definitely test out this projector, because once you see the output that you're getting from this projector, it is a very good deal, I would say, considering the picture quality that we are getting. Anyways, before ending this video, here are all the technical specs of this projector. So if you are interested in this one, just pause the screen so that you can go bit by bit regarding all the technical specification. So guys, this was my review of the Benq W2720i projector. Anyways guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care guys.